Hello, hello out there. Wow, I hope you guys having a wonderful Wednesday. I cannot believe the stuff going on. There's so much happening. I wanted to do this video last night, but couldn't do it, so I'm here today to do it. I'm going to be talking about some things of importance. I had mailed out some emails to a few of you guys about these bogus gift cards going around. And I'll be talking about that. I'm gonna show you two links coming in the mail, coming from the news this past weekend, I think. They caught this guy who was scamming gift cards, and it's becoming a big issue today, even in my own life. Okay, so I'm gonna be talking about this today. And also, I'm gonna be talking about asteroids coming. We got Oh, I gotta go pull that up. I didn't pull that out. I gotta talk about China. It's a link on China against the church. They are scanning people coming to the churches, and I gotta go pull that up because I didn't put it in my news here. But we got Israel news. We had a lot of calamity, a lot of more troubles in Israel last night. Um, we got a storm in the Atlantic. Another new storm, Sebastian, I think. Sebastian in the Atlantic forming, tropical storm. We just have a lot of things happening. So I'm going to be covering a lot of it today, a little bit. And then I'm going to go over to Common Sense show and let you hear a 5-minute comment coming from Dave Hodges. And then I'm going to be going over to the Bible. I'm going to have my husband join me, and I'm going to be reading something coming from Isaiah 4th chapter that I was given yesterday. Wow, it's relating to Israel again, the New Jerusalem coming. We know we got all these things coming. I heard somebody comment me, a family member today, tell me, "Oh, well, I'm just praying for peace. I'm just praying for peace. I just want peace. I just want them to stop fighting." Well, it ain't gonna happen, people. You know, only peace is in Yeshua Messiah. He's the only one can give us peace right now through the midst of the storm. Okay, so let me go on over here, and you see the disclaimer on the front here, and I'm gonna go on over here and go to the news, and I'm gonna be just showing some news links real quick. Oh, and I have another message coming in from Searle. I just got that pulled up, and so I'm gonna be covering all these in this video. So I'm just gonna be scamming through these news things very quickly. So you know, okay. So I'm gonna go here now and listen to this first one here. Then I'm gonna go over to another news link someone sent me. Instead of me going through the Israel launches wide-scale strike on Iranian targets in Syria, I'm going to go to this other news report because it's a little shorter. So I'm going to go there and play those. But let's now go back here and talk about this, where I'm at. I got two messages coming from TV7. Let me go find it. I just had it. Now I can't find it here. Yeah, about the asteroids, because this came in last night and I didn't get a chance to share it with you guys. So let me go ahead and mute this out.
We have 3 new asteroids heading this way, 2 of them spotted just 2 days ago. These objects, all rather small in size, but they are going to make close approaches, and they are classified as near-Earth objects. One of these was picked up on October 24th. This would be the asteroid 2019 UK6. It is expected to go by at approximately 6:20 a.m. GMT or 1:20 a.m. EDT. And then they go on to talk about how this UK6 is an AMER asteroid. That means that it goes around the sun and the Earth, occasionally, but very rarely. And very rarely does it cross Earth's path. But this is the case here with these. The Apollo asteroids, on the other hand, intersect with the Earth's orbit as the planet travels around the sun. Most consistently, you hear about the Apollos more. But anytime you have a number of these objects coming in within a window, I put out a fireball alert. So if anyone out there witnesses amazing fireballs out there, get any video, let me know. Dapu7yahoo.com. Follow me on Twitter. And also make sure to follow me over here on DLive. There's a bunch of other amazing people, exclusive live streams, and content you're only going to find over here on DLive. It's quickly growing. Make sure to sign up and follow us over there. Links below.
Welcome back again, everyone. It's Dina Calmetta here, and for today, I have a breaking news report in regards to Israel. It is being reported that the Israeli military on Tuesday night said it struck dozens of targets in Syria belonging to Iranian forces and the Syrian regime in response to the launching of 4 rockets at Israel in the early morning. The announcement by the IDF was a rare admission of military action in the Arab state. Israel has carried out hundreds of attacks in the war-torn nation, mostly against Iranian targets, but seldom confirms any specific strike. The army said in a statement that the attack was carried out in response to the launching of the rockets by Iran from Syrian territory. The targets included missile launchers, weapon warehouses, command centers, and bases. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said of the strike, "I have made clear that anyone who attacks us, we will attack them. That is what we did tonight towards military targets of Iran and the Syrian military." At this point, there was no immediate reports of casualties. The official Syrian news agency quoted a military source as saying that at 1:20 a.m. on Wednesday, Israeli warplanes targeted the vicinity of the city of Damascus with a number of missiles. Our air defense confronted the heavy attack and intercepted the hostile missiles, and was able to destroy most of them before reaching their targets. Syrian authorities usually claim to destroy most missiles in such attacks, but such assertions is questionable. The Israeli military acknowledged being targeted by Syrian air defenses during the assault and said it destroyed several anti-aircraft missile batteries in response. The Haaretz newspaper reported that the Israeli Air Force avoided hitting Syrians' Russian-made S-300 anti-aircraft batteries due to the presence of Russian troops in their vicinity. It was not clear whether the S-300s had fired on the Israeli aircraft, but early on Tuesday morning, Israel's anti-missile defense system intercepted 4 rockets fired from Syria towards the Golan Heights. All 4 were intercepted by the Iron Dome missile defense system. So definitely some very interesting news there. And as always, I'll continue to follow these reports and bring you updates. I just wanted to bring you guys this quick breaking news report. Please do leave your comments in the comments section. And also, if you have a free moment, come and visit us on Facebook, where we have these stories and many more, as well as our website at www.cww7news.org. All right, everyone.
Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? I'm sorry. I've been sick with a stomach virus of some sort here. I'm running a fever, and I'm so sorry I did not do a live show last night. I went to bed at 7 o'clock, and I was still in bed. But I tell you what, Heidi told me there's a 6.3 earthquake has hit Mexico, and a 6.3 earthquake has hit Russia. And so, give me 1 second here. I'll try to slide that over. There you see the Mexico one down here. Let me get rid of that. So there's 6.3 Mexico, 6.3 Russia. The 6.3 in Russia just happened. It's very deep. It's very, very deep. We don't expect too much from that one, but we'll check on it. Just happened though, because it's so deep. But the one in Mexico, 6.3, only 11 kilometers deep. That one rocked Mexico. As a matter of fact, we know there is some damage down in there. We're waiting for some reports. We do know that a wave, if you look over here where it hit, give me just a second, but it hit right there. You see the fault line that goes up all the way to Canada, all the way up to the Cascadia subduction zone. The wave rode the fault line. It rode it all the way up Mexico, all the way up the California coast. And in Vancouver, Canada, right now, it is a wave. They say it's a wave, a seismic wave rolling up in Canada. So this was a significant quake. And also you can see the one in Russia at 6.3 right there. So 6.3, 6.3. Now Mexico's also having significant aftershocks. Just had one 5.4 there. So we're going to keep a close eye on all of this for you. I'm going to try to crawl out of bed and do some kind of a show at noon if I can pull it together, okay?
Propane emergency as of right now, and this is complicating things in terms of harvest season. It's just another thing to add into the equation here in terms of what's happening with our crops, with the economy, and everything else going on. We have seen bad winters stack up in the past many times. We're not even in a bad winter right now. We don't even have ice covering roads everywhere. You don't see 50-car pileups every day. It's not happening right now. But yet, they're saying because it got cold, there is a lack of delivering propane. Now, let me cut right down to the bottom of this. They try to say that the demand outstrips the supply. That's just not the case. The supply was sitting there, we found out. It is there. It is getting it transported to these locations was the issue, was the outlying issue is what they were stating, especially when it come down to Indiana that had put out a state of emergency because of this whole thing. And you have to understand that a lot of the farmers out there are using propane to dry crops. Some people are unaware that this process even goes down. Well, now you know that crop drying is done a lot of times with propane here. And they're trying to say a combination between the weather and other factors here that it's led to this. Something just doesn't seem right here with me in terms of this. Like I said before, we've seen crazy seasons in the past, and this hasn't happened. All in all, we have found out that it wasn't because they ran out. It's because they were having issues getting it to these locations. But why? Because people don't want to pay certain individuals or scheduling and all this other stuff. It's ridiculous. Don't have enough men to drive enough trucks, this and that. That's what the questions that were being asked. It's not like the spigots were tapped, so to speak, of propane. It's not what happened here. Although the headlines want to say that the demand outstrips the supply. All in all, what we're finding out is that it was sitting in these locations. It was just not getting pushed to the other locations the way that it should have been. What happened there? I'm not sure. This is the latest, though. I'll leave a link. I'll continue to update with more info as I get it. Follow me on Twitter for breaking information.
Hello, America. It brings me no pleasure to come out here and say the first words I'm going to say to you today. Gutless Republicans. I'm getting enjoyment out of that. I'd like to think they're on the side of saving the country. They're not. They're not as bad as the Democrats. I mean, at least most of them aren't satanic, but they're a problem. They have no guts. You know, growing up, I knew a lot of tough guys, and I was in martial arts and did some boxing and stuff, and I knew a lot of tough individuals. And none of us thought of ourselves as really tough. We just went out and competed, or sometimes we had to defend ourselves. I never considered myself to be someone who was particularly courageous, but I'll tell you, compared to these guys, I'm Hercules when it comes to courage in the Republican Party. They got nothing. They don't have any manhood. Stand up. I mean, Devin Nunes, there's only a few of them there. I mean, there might be a half dozen. My congressman, Paul Gosar, he's taken so much heat for telling the truth. It's unbelievable. And he stands up every time. He's even had members of his family desert him because he stands up for conservatives and Trump. But most of them in Congress, gutless. All they care about is the money keeps flowing. because we know that both parties are two wings of the same bird. And this is why they're not standing up for their president. If I were in Congress today, the thought is reprehensible. But if I was in Congress today, I'd sit down, and before I asked a question of a witness, I would say, I know the name of the whistleblower's name is X. Actually, we could say CIA. See, I know. I'm putting it in print tomorrow. And look at Getz and say, not Getz, but Schiff and say, you know too. You know who it is. And I'll tell you, I know he knows who it is. I'm watching Questioning yesterday. And Schiff sticks his reptilian eyes out there, gives the old bug eye look, and says, I'm not going to allow you to identify the whistleblower. And then someone else's name came up in the same context, and he let it go on. Yet he's lying through his teeth because he knows damn good and well who the whistleblower is. And then the whistleblower protection does not protect this person because they're not a whistleblower. They don't have firsthand information. They are what? They're a leaker. Leakers have no protection. And not only that, the Inspector General, according to the regulations on whistleblowers, it's 50 code USC 33, I believe it is. The Inspector General can say to prosecute on this, we have to identify who it is. You have the right to cross-examine witnesses. And that's in the statute. Schiff is lying, yet we know what he is. How about the Republicans? Where's your manhood? When would you step up and challenge him on this? When are you going to say, we know who this guy is, and we know he's a leaker, and here's how we know. You're out of order, ethics violation. Good, let's take it to court. But see, the Republicans have no guts. I would be willing to be sued. I think that's all I got to say on this issue. And I think anyone watching this who's watched 5 minutes of this boring diatribe would say to me, you're right on the money. I wish that our Congress people here in Arizona just say one day, Republicans, Dave, yeah, okay, we know who, some of us know who you are. We've been on your show. We've talked to you. We'll let you come in as our representative. I'll do 6 months in jail to expose that whistleblower. You see, not one Republican has the guts to say that. Maybe other than a half dozen. The rest of them are gutless wonders that don't have any place in government representing you and me, defending the nation, spending our money. I have no trust in these people right now. We need to start a website that says toss'emall.com. And we need to maybe highlight a dozen or so people in government that have actually earned the right to be there. And then even with those people, we need to put term limits on them. So we limit the damage you can do, because the more that someone is in political office, the more corrupt they become. Well, that's it for the Common Sense Show. We're brought to you by Health Masters.
Oh boy, people, it's just so much going on. You know, I don't put my trust in man. I don't put my trust in political things. Like I said, like I told my family member today, it's all about Yeshua HaMashiach coming. All these things going on in the world today, we cannot put our trust in these things, but put our trust in the man who made us all. And it's time for you to give your life to him, people, today. It's time to give your life to him, okay? I really get a lot of information from the Common Sense Show. I listen to them quite often here now, but I'm telling you, I'm glad it's opening up to let people see the worms coming out of the can, because you know you cannot trust in none of these things. None of these things. You're gonna have to trust in the man who made you. You just making a sad mistake. It will not be any peace. Okay, so I'm gonna go on over here and go to this gift card scam, and then I'm gonna go on over here and let and I'm gonna go and read a message from Byron Searle, and then I'm gonna let my husband come in. We're gonna read Isaiah 4 together. So let me go on over here now and pull up this that's been bugging me all day long. I wanted to come on and talk about it yesterday. So let me go ahead and get this, if I could find, okay, here it is, right here, people. Here it is. Chinese national student arrested for $1 million Walmart gift card scam. Okay. Now I'm telling you, it's really seriously important that you get this message because it's happening right now live all over. And I will show you another article when I'm done here. But a Chinese national student was arrested for theft by deception for his involvement in a nationwide, do you see that, nationwide, people, multi-million-dollar Walmart gift card scam. I am one of the victims. Me, okay. If you see that, do you see that? I can't show you. If you see the name, the $100 right there, $100, and it was actually a 200s. I mean, it was 150 actually, because I just heard today that the other card don't work as well. And this is what's going on, people. This is what's going on with this guy here. Okay. On November 4th, 2019, the Benton County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigations Division was contacted by a Walmart Global investigator about an ongoing theft investigation involving a variety of phone and internet scams. And that's what it was, an internet scam I was a part of because I ordered it online through Walmart, the website. And I've been doing it for many, many years, never had any trouble with it, people. Okay. I have people in Florida, I have people all over. And sometimes I send a gift card too for different various reasons, birthdays, and you know what. So I'm just telling you it's going on. So I'm warning you right now. I'm warning you, okay? I'm warning you. It's probably best to just go and get a post office money order and send to whoever, go to your bank and get a cashier's card, they call it. I don't know. I think they call it that still. A cashier's check. My husband said a cashier's check. But it says here, based Walmart global investigators have been surveilling a person of interest, 23-year-old, I can't even say his name, Song Hua Lia, for the last several hours as he traveled through the state of Arkansas. Based on the suspect's pattern of activity, investigators believe Liu would be in possession, control of fraudulently obtained gift card numbers at a Walmart store in Benton County. It was believed Liu was involved in a scam designed to convince, coerce, trick, or otherwise prompt the victim to buy Walmart gift cards. Once a gift card is purchased, the victim is instructed to send pictures of the gift card number. Gift cards are disseminated around the country within a few hours, people. It don't take but a few hours. And I think I ordered these cards around that time on November 4th because I had to send them off to a place for an important matter. A runner receives the gift card numbers from others who obtain them directly from the victims. Runners utilize their smartphones. Gift card information is collected in the form of a UPC. The UPC is scanned. This is how he stole it from me, I'm sure. They scanned it by the runner at a Walmart register. She liquidates the Walmart cards by purchasing prepaid debit cards or other gift cards. Okay. The runner then take pictures of the prepaid debit cards and gift cards. Photos are sent to others involved in the scheme who cash in all those cards. Investigators believe Chinese nationals are often used as the runners. You hear that? Runners. Victims are lured into the scheme by either responding to a text message, responding to an email, or searching for a particular type of financial service online, inputting basic information, name, phone, where a scammer will contact them, presumably from a fraudulent website. Walmart global investigators were able to backtrack where the gift cards were initially purchased, usually in different states all over the place, using receipts, and provide law enforcement with the names of each victim and credit card information used to buy the cards. Still shots from registers of suspects were also provided to investigators. So he was trailed. This guy was trailed as he traveled from Fort Smith to Fayetteville. Investigators noted he stopped at several Walmart stores near I-49. Each time he stopped, investigators were able to confirm gift card transactions linked to the fraud scheme were completed. On Monday, November 4, he completed a little over 16,000 in gift card transactions, according to court documents, and investigators believe this guy, Luo, transaction activity to be between, listen to that, between 500,000 to 100, that's a million, 500,000 to a million in the last month, people, the last month. Liu was just one runner in the scheme, leading investigators to believe he is part of a multi-million-dollar fraud scam. Police was informed that Liu was staying at a hotel in Fayetteville for the night. He was seen leaving the next morning, November 5th, around 9:30 a.m. After leaving the hotel, he visited at least 5 Walmart stores between Fayetteville and Rogers, completing transactions ranging from $1,000 to $3,002 at a time. Following the transactions, investigators spotted Liu exit the store, get into his vehicle, and immediately get on his phone. A short time later, he would exit his vehicle, go back into the store, and complete more transactions. Later that day, investigators spotted Liu making transactions at Walmart stores in Springdale before traveling to Rogers. At approximately 4:22 p.m., he arrived at Walmart in Rogers. Investigators waited inside the store and watched him enter the store on the grocery side near self-checkout registers. Leo grabbed gift cards from a display near the registers. He walked through the store and selected a red gift bag before entering the self-checkout area. Investigators watched him scan what appeared to be a UPC on his device before scanning multiple gift cards, exactly as described by Walmart investigators. So after completing the transactions, he attempted to leave the store. Detectives approached him and escorted him outside. So that's how he got arrested, people. But I'm telling you, this is what's going on. And then you got this other article here that just came out after this was out. I seen this one here. See, the 19th. This just was out yesterday. A popular gift card scam has cost victims $74 million this year. Here's how to protect yourself. So I will be putting this other link in the description box. Wow, people, it's horrible. Horrible. Around the holidays, as Thanksgiving, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, I want to say. Hanukkah is approaching. All the holidays are approaching. About 1/3 of people who reported fraud to the Federal Trade Commission through September of this year say they were asked to pay with a gift card or reloadable card. That's up more than 300% from the share of people who reported the same scam in 2015. In fact, the FTC says gift cards are now the #1 payment method that con artists use. Here are gift cards used in scams. Typical in the con, scammers call or email people online some scenario in which they need immediate money and ask for payment by a gift card. Scammers typically pay for the money on a specific popular cards such as iTunes and Google Play or Amazon, according to the FTC. Gift cards are popular with scammers because they are just like cash. Spending is anonymous and scammers don't need the physical card to use them. They simply ask for the gift card number, and the pin on the back. So I'm telling you, people, we need to be very, very careful. I had to get this out to you. Please share this with your other family members and read this material. You can read the rest of it here. It's quite a bit of materials. What to do if you've been scammed, and all these different things are on here. So I'm telling you, I have just written the Visa company, talked to a lady in person trying to get my money back, my card back, replacement card back. I'll see how long it take and I'll share it with you, but I hope I get it back. Oh my goodness. You don't want to just give away $150 every day to nobody. You don't want to just do that. So we just ask that you watch out for gift cards. I advise you to get cashier checks or get money orders from the post office, that the post office will be more reliable. Sometimes these other money orders can be scams too. So you just have to be very careful. So I'm going to go now from the news of the day, and we're going to go over here to Searle, and I'm going to read what he has to say. And then I'm going to go over here to Isaiah 4th chapter. My husband will join me. So I'm hoping this video don't be too long, but if it's about an hour, that's kind of what I've been running here lately. It's about an hour, but I'm already at 30 minutes, so it won't be so long. It's at 30 minutes already. So let me go ahead and read this one from Searle. Ho, ho. What is that? Ho, oh, oh. Okay. So it says here, Revelation 8:1, when he had opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. My son, write in your book my words I speak. Today I shout out to my people to prepare. There is coming much destruction, and many of my people who thought they would escape the suffering will be in a daze. The main event is now on the horizon, and only my remnant have heard my voice and readied themselves. I have been warning my body for many years, yet because nothing has happened in America, my body thinks they have plenty of time because there is no war, no turmoil, no major calamities, that all is good with me. I tell you now, America is a vile nation that sacrifices its babies and children to Baal, a nation soaked with drugs and murder, a nation of defiant homosexual men and women, wanting nothing more than to pollute all people, a nation who embraces a king that is reflective of their hearts. My son, I am about to bring America to her knees, okay? I am going to shake my body so hard that they will think the end is here. Yet this is but the beginning. I will show my body that my sword will cut asunder their cold, lazy hearts. Those who call out upon me, I will fill with my spirit and turn them hot for the gospel. Those that reject me or curse me or blame me will be given over to their reprobate mind, and they will perish. My son, I know this is a hard word, but those of my body must be given every chance to come to me before the silence in heaven. After the silence is broken, man on earth, will perish very quickly. Then will perish very quickly. When I open the seals of the scroll, I know it has begun, and the time to prepare is over. Remnant, continue to help those who did not prepare. Do not think about yourself, for I will sustain you and your family. Show love to those I send to you. Listen for my voice to speak to you. I will tell you who I am sending to my remnant to help. My son, my remnant will be used mightily during this time. They will shine like diamonds, and those I send will see you. Those in the world will not. Beware of reprobates. Prepare your families and those I have sent. Pray constantly for protection and provisions. I will give both. My son, the days ahead are filled with tribulation for my body. The devil is angry and will be out to destroy those that follow me. I love you all very much. I am coming soon for my remnant. Amen. Yeshua, Messiah, Jesus. So I'm just going to read that to you. My husband need to come over right now and join me where I can do Isaiah here in that day 7. Wow, it's amazing, this here message. I know he want to use Son of Man Bible version. Shall I go ahead and do that? So we'll be going over this right now. So hold on a second. He's coming. But I tell you, people, wow, I was at Walmart here today, a brief time. And I was kind of waiting to do some other things, but I was sitting on this bench and I met a lady, and she and I got into a conversation about the world shape that is in, and all the things going on, and we got to talk about the political realm and every kind of realm, and so I was able to talk to her a while and share one of my books with her, What's Behind the New World Order, and so shared What's Behind the New World Order with her, and had a wonderful little conversation. So I figured that was my mission for the day. Sometimes Yeshua put us places we don't even know why we're there, and it's just to talk, a witness to somebody. So we had that opportunity. I had that opportunity today, so that was wonderful. So let me go on over here and let my husband do Isaiah 4.
Let me clarify though. Marner did not get scammed by a gift card scammer. She just bought some cards that were either bad cards or somebody closer to home.
Well,
It
was a scam. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
On that day, 7 women will take hold of one man and say, "Our own food we will eat, our own clothing we will wear, but let us take your name to remove our shame." On that day, the branch of Jehovah will be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the land will be tasty and delightful for those survivors in Israel. It will happen that the one who is left in Zion and the one who remains in Jerusalem will be called set apart, everyone who is written down as living in Jerusalem. This will happen when Jehovah will have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and will have cleansed the bloodstains from Jerusalem's midst, by means of the spirit of judgment and the spirit of flaming fire. Is that not what the Revelation and other places say? That's how it's all going to end, in fire. Then over the whole side of Mount Zion and over her place of assembly, Jehovah will create cloud and smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night. It will be a canopy over all the glory. It will be a shelter for shade in the daytime from the heat, and a refuge and a cover from the storm and rain.
So the only one going to protect us from all these things coming is Messiah Yeshua. Like I was just saying, we can't put our trust in a president. We can't put our trust in politician people. We can't put our trust in nobody. You know, I think some people put their trust in doctors too much. You need to learn to depend on the Father to heal us, guide us, show us what to do. A lot of reports out now that a lot of these things in the medical field are just scams as well. They are taking your money and you're not really sick sometime. It's just a thing. They can tell you anything. So we have to check out everything and everything. We need to go back to herbs, go back to the holistic approach before we decide to get our bodies cut on and all these things we go through. But we need to be really dependent on the Father to protect us. As we know, these things are going to escalate. They're not going to go backwards. They're going to go forward, people. I keep hearing people talking about peace, peace, peace. It's not going to be any peace. Tell them it's not going to be any peace, please.
Not until Yeshua shows
No peace. Okay. So I'm gonna go on over here now and close this video out. I'm gonna go to
Only internally will you have peace until Yeshua shows up in Jerusalem.
I'm gonna go over here to Maranatha and close this out. Be ye also ready. Be ye also ready. Hold on a second.
October 17. Be ye also ready. Be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Matthew 24:44. Suppose that today Christ should appear in the clouds of heaven. Who would be ready to meet him? Suppose we should be translated into the kingdom of heaven just as we are. Would we be prepared to unite with the saints of God, to live in harmony with the royal family, the children of the heavenly King? What preparation have you made for the judgment? Have you made your peace with God? Are you seeking to help those around you, those in your home, those in your neighborhood, those with whom you come in contact that are not keeping the commandments of God? Remember that profession is worthless without a practice that enters into the daily life. God knows whether we are keeping His law in truth. He knows just what we are doing, just what we are thinking and saying. Are we getting ready to meet the King? When He comes in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory, will you be able to say, "Lo, this is our God, we have waited for Him, and He will save us"? Isaiah 25:9. To those who can say this, Christ will say, "Come up higher. Upon this earth you have loved me. You have loved to do my will. You can now enter the holy city and receive the crown of everlasting life." If it were possible for us to be admitted into heaven as we are, how many of us would be able to look upon God? How many of us have on the wedding garment? How many of us are without spot or wrinkle or any such thing? This is our washing and ironing time, the time when we are to cleanse our robes of character in the blood of the Lamb. John says, "Behold, the Lamb of God, which taketh away the sin of the world." John 1:29. Shall we not let go our sins? I entreat you, brethren and sisters, to labor earnestly to secure the crown of everlasting life. The reward will be worth the conflict, worth the effort. in the race in which we are running, everyone may receive the reward offered, a crown of everlasting life. I want this crown. I mean by God's help to have it. I mean to hold fast to the truth that I may see the King in his beauty.
I want this crown. I hope you guys want your crown. I want my crown. I really do. I love it when he said, this is our washing and ironing time. This is time to really get ready, people. Get ready. As Searle just reported, get ready, stay ready, because we're going to have all kind of things happening. We got all these reports I just showed you, asteroids. We got all kind of things coming. I just know that we need to get ready, stay ready. I'm going to go now. I really want to thank you guys for your contributions of giving to help the needy, the homeless, the orphans, the widows, and those in need in the mission fields. May Jehovah Yeshua richly bless each and every one of you. Really thank you, because we're trying to get the offerings are coming in slowly, but they are coming in. I do appreciate your offerings for we're trying to get hoodies and sweaters and blankets, okay, blankets and socks and mittens, cold wear for the people homeless outside. A lot of days they don't get to get inside, so we have to try to help them in our community on this time of the year. I'm always trying to see what we can do to help them, even if it's not a lot. I'm not a big ministry, and I wish I had thousands and thousands of dollars to just buy more clothes and lots of clothes, but one day Yeshua might touch one of you out there to send thousands of dollars in. But right now, the money that's coming in, your 20s and 25s and 50s and 100s and 200s and 300s or whatever you send in, we really appreciate it, because it's all going to this purpose this year to help the homeless in this winter season. So we really thank you. And so we ask that you continually to give. If you can give what you give from your heart. I don't sell all these trinkets that people put on the YouTube channels, but we just know the money we bring it in, and we use the money. So we thank you so much for it. So Father, be with the people watching. We thank you for your love for us, your care for us. We ask that your Holy Spirit will come and be with us and show us the way, Father. A lot of people are out there struggling today. We ask that you supply all the people needs according to your riches and glory in Yeshua HaMashiach. We ask that you would help us, Father, to know the times that we are in. We bind Satan and all his evil angels, below, beyond, beneath, mentioned and unmentioned, known and unknown. We bind all evil spirits on assignment against us in every way, Father. We ask for your Holy Spirit to cover your people, helping us to awaken, Father, to awaken out of sleep. A lot of us still sleeping. A lot of us still not believing. A lot of us just partying and not even caring, Father, from one day to the next, that tomorrow is not promised. So we need to know it's time to make our salvation sure. Make our salvation sure, so when we die in our sleep, or when we die in a car accident, or anything can happen anytime, we need to be ready, Father. When the last trumpet sound, we arise up again and join you and be in our heavenly kingdom forever and forever. So we thank you, Father, for your love for us, your care for us. Be with all the names in the prayer box. We thank you so much for all you do for us. We ask these blessings in the mighty name of Yeshua HaMashiach. So I'm going to go now, people, and I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. I didn't get to talk about this channel against the church. They're doing a lot of strange things, but I will try to put the link in the description box, and maybe when I come back again, I will clarify it more. But you guys have a wonderful and blessed night. I'm just going to say shalom, shalom. I love you guys so much. Shalom, shalom.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.